Radha Gokulananda Mandir of Lokanath Goswami. The 7 temples in Vrindavan. There's 7 famous temples in Vrindavan, and they all have replica temples here. This is Radha Gokulananda. These are worshipful deities of Lokanath Goswami. And they're also in Vrindavan, down the street from Radha. Underneath this temple, there's a gufa, there's a cave where Lokanath Goswami did his bhajan in Radha Kund. And you used to be able to do Parikrama, you used to be able to go down the stairs, do Parikrama of the deity underground, and you could see the underground room of Lokanath Goswami. So this film of Radha Kund Parikrama is called Mercy Parikrama of Radha Kund, because we're emphasizing not so much Thakurji, Radha and Krishna, we're emphasizing sadhus. So mostly we're going to visit bhajan kutirs and samadhis of great saintly persons that are all manjaris. So that's, because usually when you go on Parikrama, they show pictures of deities. So this we're showing a picture of deity, because we can't see that underneath this temple, there's a cave, bhajan cave of Lokanath Goswami. 400 years ago, he did bhajan here, underground. Maybe we can see the door as we do Parikrama, I don't know. So this Lokanath Goswami is one of the Ashtamanjaris. He's the seventh Goswami is Lokanath Goswami, and the 8th Goswami is Krishnadas Kaviraj. So the 7th Goswami, Lokanath Goswami, his Manjari Srup is Manjulali. Manjari is Lokanath Goswami. So that's it for this bhajan stalya, Lokanath Goswami. Lokanath Goswami Pad Ki Jai. And it has a parivar, there's a parivar, word wait to parivar. Lokanath Goswami it was Lokanath Parivar, now it's called Narottam Parivar. Because the most prominent, famous disciple, Shishya, of Lokanath Goswami is Sri Narottam Das Thakur Mahashaya, who wrote Prem Bhakti Chandra and Prarthana. So you can judge a tree by the fruits. You have Achi mango means pear, Achi mango tree. So Lokanath Goswami had one shishya, maybe 2, but one shishya was Narottam Das Thakur. And he did initiate him for 1 year. He wanted to test humility and submission of Narottam. So when Narottam went to him, because Narottam had a dream of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Narottam, go to Vrindavan and look for Lokanath Goswami and take diksha, mantra diksha from Lokanath. So he came here, and he didn't tell about that dream when he met the Guru, but he said, I want to take diksha from you. He said, no, I'm not initiating. I'm Nirjan Bhajan Nandi Shishya Koi Nechaye. I don't want any shishya. So then he thought, I have to win the heart of this Guru, of my Guru somehow. So he followed the Guru every morning. The Guru went out to the fields to pass Nitya Kriya, daily cleansing function, pass, clear his bowels. And so hiding behind some bushes, Narottam waited there when the Guru left. Lokanath went back to his kutir in Radha Gokulananda Gera, which is near Radha in Vrindavan, near Keshigat. He went and swept the area with a jaru. Narayal jaru, swept it, made it all clean, nice. And they did it every day. And after a few weeks, Lokanath Goswami said, somebody's coming and sweeping this place every day. Who is it? So somehow he found out he was Narottam. After 1 year, then he gave him diksha. So there's many lessons we can learn from Lokanath and Narottam. The Guru's they test is called Shishya Pariksha. Shishya Pariksha means the Guru tests the disciple. Pariksha means examination, testing. So he tests the disciple. He's looking for different kinds of bhavas and different kinds of loyalty and many different characteristics and qualities of Shishya. The Guru will check for some time. Hari Bhakti Vilas says that the Guru should wait for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, up to 4 years. 4 years wait to initiate a disciple. Bhajan Stali, Tagarika Nietzsche. Okay, by the mercy of Krishna, The people living in Radha can visit the same main temples of Vrindavan without leaving Radha Kund. What are the same main temples of Vrindavan? Usually they start, the first three are the most important. Usually Madan, Mohan, Govindaji, Gopinath. Then just follow the Parikrama. Then Shamasundar, then Damodar. Then go down the street. Then it's Radha and Radha Gopalananda. That's it. You got it covered. You just follow the Parikrama. You go to the first two, will not go to the main ones. Madan Mohan's in the north, way in the south is Govindaji. And Gopinath's in the middle. And then go back and Shamasundar down the street, Damodar, around down the street, Gopalananda. No AC required here. It's got all air vents all closed up. There's all windows there, let light in, so in the afternoon light comes in here, you can read books. There's a place called Jaipur Temple in Vrindavan on the main road. It's a very beautiful temple from Rangaji to Mathura by Ramakrishna Mission. It's called Jaipur Mandir. Big, beautiful temple. And there's some underground rooms there for Babaji lived during the summer in the old days. And they had made in such a way the afternoon sun that comes through this like a flashlight. The walls are like 4 feet thick. It's a really huge room center. All have all desks there. All the Babaji are supposed to study. I think they all want to sleep. Just going to sleep down there. It's like 20, 30 feet underground. It's all a dry area there. And the holes in the wall, way up the ceiling is like 10 meters high ceiling from where you are. Like we're in the basement of that place. Here is like, 2 meters or 1 meter, whatever. There's like 10 meters high. And way up top above the ground, there's little holes here and there. And the sun's coming through like rays and landing on each desk. There's a wooden desk there. And you go in the afternoon, the sun's landing right there. Okay, good. Sun's going down. Okay, good night. Go to sleep at 6 o'clock in the winter. good deal, huh? 6 to 6. So, wake up, energetic. Although it appears that many of the original deities have left Vrindavan, like Radha Vinod and Radha Damodar, Radha Govinda, Radha Madhav, and Radha Gopinath, Radha Madan Mohan. But they live eternally in Vrindavan. They're always engaged in Leela here, blessing their devotees with their divine darshan. Krishna's pastimes are inconceivable, and his will is indomitable. No one can check Krishna if he decides to leave Vrindavan. As in the case of Gopal Raj Srinathji, who went to Rajasthan. The pure love of the Rajasthani devotees attracted Lord Gopal from Braja's shady groves to the desert sands of Rajasthan. I'd rather be in shady groves and desert sands, but their love is so great. In the same way, Rupa Goswami's beloved deity, Radha Govinda, moved to Jaipur. Now 10,000 devotees worship Radha Govinda every day among Garti. By their desire, Radha Damodar, Jiva Goswami's deity, went to Jaipur, stayed for 70 years, returned to Vrindavan for a short time, then went back to Jaipur, where he's been for the last 300 years. It's pretty cool. It's Damodar, means you can't tie him down. Damodar means, Dama means rope, and Udar means belly. You put a rope around a belly. So they tied him here for a couple hundred years, and they ran away. 1670, he ran away from the Muslims, he went to Jaipur. Then he came back after 7 years, and that was good down there. I guess a good boga down there. The kings fed me nicely. So he ran back to Jaipur. And that's that. Next we're going to go Srinivasa Acharya's bhajan, quiet during bhajan, and meditating in peace. You can imagine. It was like 500 years ago. No airplanes, no helicopters, no electricity. You go down, and you're worshiping your Thakurji up there and dig a hole underneath. It's all sacred ground, all bhajan, nartam. So we read it, we study his book, Prem Bhakti Chandrika, and sing bhajans from Prarthana. So now we're at the very bhajan place of the author of those books. We wrote some of those books here, I don't know where he wrote them. Because you can see that he's direction, he's facing east, that's the east. Kund is that way. He's facing east. These are up there, they're also facing east. Generally these face east. Krishna Balaram are facing south because that's the way the property is set up. When you go in Radha, you go in at the gate this way and you go turn right, left, right, this way. That. When you finally get in the temple of Radha, which way are these facing? These are facing east. When you go in from the south, then you go turn north. You go to Gopal Guru's place. We'll go there Friday. You go in this way, that way. You're like a mouse. You don't know where you're going. You're going this way, that, and then come out. And wherever you end up, you enter. When you finally find Thakur, he's going to be facing east. That's the guarantee. That's amazing thing because they know that's the Vastu Shastra. Shilpa Shastra and Vastu Shastra. Thakurji should always face the rising sun. Sri Namaskar. Right? Krishna doesn't do yoga. We do yoga. Anything else?
Very beautiful.
They should move in here. Sing with it. Sing with Hari Priya. Hari Priya Swamini Shri Radhe Radhe.
But here is just samadhi or is also bhajan?
It's not samadhi. It's samadhis in Vrindavan. Lokanath, Narottam Lokanath samadhis in Vrindavan near Radha Raman Temple. We'll go there on Friday.
Maharaj, in that time, how they used to get oxygen in Guhas?
There's holes here. They're blocked up right now. There's holes with jolly there to keep birds and rats out. They're very small jolly. The sandstone carving. Little jolly, that kind of thing. So that's light and air. Mother Earth, there's not all tiles here, it's just earth. Mother Earth, there's oxygen in earth. There's oxygen in water, there's oxygen in earth. So you just sit on the earth and the earth is giving oxygen. So you clog it all up. It's a tile, ceramic tile that you can't get that oxygen. Nowadays it might get a little hard to breathe after a while, especially with 6, 7 oxygen consumers here. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Narottam Das Thakur Mahasaya Ki Jai. Lokanath Goswami Pad Ki Jai. So we pray for this to Narottam, has such attachment to Guru and such determination to please Guru. That any service is not too difficult to take for the service of Guru. Cleaning up someone's stool place is not so much fun. But he didn't consider it good, high or low seva. Guru seva is Guru seva, Krishna seva is Krishna seva. Washing Krishna's pots and pans, cleaning Krishna's stove in the kitchen. I can get pretty wild. The holy stoves, the kitchens, they get pretty dirty sometimes. That's really, because there's so much cooking going on. So cleaning the stove, cleaning the dirty bathrooms. It's austere seva, but it just helps us become humble. So he started his whole career with his Guru, with the most humble service, cleaning the stool field. And his Nitya Seva and Nitya Liya, Narottam Das Thakur, is Champak Manjari. Champak Manjari Seva is to boil milk. but not let it spill over the stove like Mother Yashoda. Mother Yashoda was churning yogurt into butter for Gopal, and he was pulling her dress. I want breast milk. I want to drink some milk. She said, wait a minute, I'm making butter. It's going to be better. Just wait a few minutes. No, I want now. So he's like angry because she was busy with other stuff. Then she sees the milk. She just picked him up to give him breast milk. And then she saw milk is boiling over the stove. Then she put him down around and she said, oh, you. He's a real angry guy, Threw a temper tantrum, picked up a rock, boom, broke the pot. Then all the wasted labor, he showed all the milk, yogurt, all went out of the floor. And he ran through it, got to top it off. He could have ran around it, but he ran out of the room, but he made sure he went through the milk. He went through the half churned milk, half yogurt, so it stuck over his feet, left his little white footprints all over the floor. Went this way, that way. He went out, hiding from his mother. The mother said, where'd he go? You follow these little white butter, little white yogurt footprints all across the floor. Fun, huh? She picked up a stick. She has a stick she keeps just for Krishna near the door. And somebody would keep her umbrella near the door where they go out and pick up their umbrellas. So Yashoda has a stick near the door for beating up Krishna. She hasn't beaten up, she just picks up. I'm going to do that too in class. People fall on his feet, I'll pick up and say, hey, I don't hit him, but I just feel scared. Inside that gate there. It's one of the 7 temples of Vrindavan. Nice complex. This Prachin, this original Radha temple was here. And this is still Radha was there. But the Babaji's over the new one by the Kund. This is 354 meters old. This is redone. There's plate glass and everything. It's a different style now. This is Srinivasa Acharya's Bhajan Stali. He sat here and did Bhajan. He came to Vrindavan, Srinivasa Acharya came from Bengal, and he took Shiksha from Jiva Goswami Pad in Sevakunj, Radha Damodar. Rupa Goswami is already gone, Son Goswami is already gone, Nitai was gone, Chaitanya was gone, the Waita was maybe already gone. So it was after that time. But Jiva Goswami was still here, Krishna Karma was still here, Raghunath Das Goswami was still here. So there's very extensive glories of Srinivasa Acharya written in Bhakti Ratnakar by Narahari Chakravarti and Prem Vilas and Narottam Vilas. So took Diksha from Gopal Bhatta Goswami, and that's described in chapter 6 of Prem Vilas. That's Shastric proof. Shastric proof of 6 Goswamis giving Siddha Pranali because Srinivasa Acharya took Siddha Pranali from Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Gopal Bhatta Goswami. When Srinivasa Acharya visited Navadvip and Jagannath Puri and Katwa, all the remaining associates, Lord Gauranga blessed him and gave him valuable teachings for spiritual advancement. Seeing how much Srinivas was absorbed in Gaura Prem, the people said he was an embodiment of Gaura Shakti. After training him in Shastra, Jiva Goswami recognized he was very learned and a very wise person, so he gave the name Acharya. So these three were trained up directly by Jiva Goswami, Shamananda Prabhu, Srinivasa Acharya, and Narottam Das Thakur. And they each got a title. Shamananda got the title Prabhu. Prabhu means God. It means he's like God among men. So Shamananda is called Prabhu, and Srinivasa Acharya is called Acharya, that he knew so much. And Narottam Das got the title Mahashaya. Mahashaya means a very great saintly person. Because Lord Chaitanya personally bathed in Bangladesh, which was East Bengal at that time. Lord Chaitanya went there to teach Sanskrit and make some money for his wife, Vishnu Priya, or rather Lakshmi Priya. And then at that time he bathed in the Pavna River. Pavna River is a branch of Ganga. And he bathed there and he said, Narottam, Narottam, Narottam. Narottam means a great human being. Nara means human, Utta means great. So nobody knew anybody named Narottam. I said, who is that, Narottam? Why you're in ecstasy, bathing in Ganga, chanting Narottam, Narottam? Because in the future, a great saintly person will bathe here. And I'm leaving all my prem, all my Ganga, all my Radha Krishna prem, all my prem, I'm leaving in this river. And when he bathes here, it will come into him. He'll be filled with Krishna prem. So Narottam. So Srinivasa Acharya and that Narottam and Shamananda were all trained by Jiva Goswami. And then Jiva Goswami gave them an order after training them. He gave them different titles, Acharya, etc. He said, to make copies, they had copies of all the Goswami books made. Sandarbhas and all the different books, commentaries on Bhagavatam, Savamala, Savamala. They made copies of all the books. And then Jiva Goswami told Shamananda, you take these books to Orissa. He told Narottam, you take it to Manipur. Manipur and Assam and all those places. And he told Srinivas, take them to Bengal. So he packed up all trunks full of books and took off. As they were passing through the Bihar, going into Bengal, they came to the kingdom of King Birhambir. King Birhambir was a dacoit king. He was a robber king. He wasn't very nice. He would stop pilgrims on the road and rob them, take all the gold bangles off the ladies. And anybody gave him any hard time, good night. So he wasn't too saintly. He was a dacoit king. And he had an astrologer with him, worked with him. So the astrologer was doing a chart of the region, some kind of, GPS chart of some kind. And he said, there's some sadhus coming here with some wagon, and they're carrying trunks in the wagon, and they're full of jewels. They're full of priceless jewels. You're going to be rich, you should rob those trunks, beat up those sadhus. So he said, I won't beat up sadhus, that's not nice. I'll rob them though. So he came in the night with his soldiers, and he arrested them and took the wagons, take the wagons into my palace. They took the wagons in the morning, he said, open up those boxes. Oh, what is this? It's just Shastra. Oh, it's written in Sanskrit. Or Bengali, I don't know, it was Sanskrit, I guess. He said, what is this? It's worthless. And then Srinivas was locked up, and then the king had a dream and told him to let him go and so. So Srinivas preached to the king. He converted the king to Gaudiya Vaishnavism. He gave him Manjari Srupa. No, I didn't say that. He wasn't qualified. He did that. The next one is Srinivasa Acharya. Srinivasa Acharya had two wives. He had really long hair, and he was very handsome also. And Ramchandra Kaviraj, he was married. Rasikananda. Rasikananda is Shamananda's disciple. What's Srinivasacharya most famous for? Said Goswami Astakam. 6 Goswami's prayers. You know that prayer?
Yes, but not by memory all. With the song again.
So they were the first book distribution party. They all start with those guys. Shastra book distribution key. This is the samadhi of the ashes of the divine body, divine form of Sri Anandadas Babaji Maharaj. And next to him, on his respectful right-hand side, is his guru. Guru is always on the right-hand side of the disciple. And this is the very most important place for all Western devotees following Raghunath Bhakti and Manjari Bhava Upasana. Because if we have any knowledge or understanding of the subject matter, it's because of the teachings and commentaries and writings of Srila Anantadas Babaji Maharaj. He gave us Rasa Nidhi and commentaries, Stavavali, Stavamala, Prem Bhakti Chandrika, many, and Krishna Karnamrita. All these books are written commentaries on Vilakusamanjali, and they're all translated into English by Waitadas primarily, also Jagadananda, and the book by his Guru Dev, Kunjabihari Goswami, Manjari Srup Nirupan, which we're studying now. I gave everyone a copy of that also. So these are our teachers, our Shiksha Gurus for Raghunath Bhakti and Manjari Bhava Upasana. From the very beginning, since 1989, I've been studying the books of Anantadas and trying to follow his teachings. So for all of us that have any connection with Manjari Bhava Raghunath Bhakti, it's by the mercy of Anantadas. He translated Rag Vardhan Chandrika by Vishwanath Chakrabarti, which is a commentary on Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, explanation of Raghunath Bhakti, specifically Manjari Bhava. So he wrote a very nice commentary on that. He wrote many small books in Bengali that are translated in English on Raghunath Bhakti, also Guru Tattva Vigyan, many books he wrote. 30, 40 books that I don't even think are published. They're just in English. Little small books, 50 pages, 60 pages. Essays. What is love? What is prema? Many books. I read most of them on computer, soft copy, e-copy. So every day I do Parikrama. I'm showing you this place. I showed you some of those places. But every day I do Parikrama. This first place I come, I do Parikrama Radha. But I was. And maybe I'll start pretty soon again. But every day I would stop here since 2018 when he left his body. Because this is where my practice of Rag Bhakti Manjari Bhava begins at the lowest seat of Anantadas, and that's where it ends also. He's my Shiksha Guru in this most essential teaching of Raghunath Bhakti and Manjari Bhava Upasana. So you and I, all of us are very eternally indebted to Sri Anantadas Babaji Maharaj. So this is a place of pilgrimage, a place of prayer, a place of worship, a place of submission, and a place of begging for mercy. That's why I call this video, I call Mercy Parikrama Radha. Because Krishna doesn't give mercy very soon, very easily. Neither does Radharani. but the Kripa Shakti Murti is a Vaishnava. Vaishnavas are known as Kripa Shakti Murti. So you want mercy to make spiritual advancement, want mercy to advance. It only comes from Vaishnavas, easily and primarily from Vaishnavas. So they want to take darshan of Vaishnavas regularly, serve them, pray to them, please them, and worship them, and beg them for their mercy. So this is where we connect. This place to connect with the vibration, connect with the memory, connect with the mercy flow of Shri Ananta Swami Maharaj. Shri Kund Hari Goswami ki jai. Shri Radha Vrindavan Chandra ki jai. Shri Raghunath Das Goswami ki jai. Shri Raghunath Das Goswami Gadi ki jai. Shri Radha Kund ki jai. Jai Jai Shri Radha.
Hariom Mane. Hariom Mane.
This is Jana's Baitak. From here to the center of this Radha Kund, there's an island called Anangamandri Kund. It's an island in the middle of Radha Kund. Radharani's little sister. This is Jana's Baitak on the north side of Radha Kund. In the Shastra Govinda, it says from the north side of Radha Kund to the center, there's a crystal bridge. You see a crystal bridge? Just say yes. You have the eyes of love. See a crystal bridge. It goes to Nangamandri's Kunja. It's an island in the middle of Radha Kund. So Nangamandri is called a Vara Saki. Her name is Mandri, but she's not a Mandri. She's a full Saki. And she enjoys Rati Kega with Krishna, just like Radharani, Lita Vishaka. And she has her mandris that serve her, etc. So she has a very prominent place right in the middle of Radha Kund. So usually the older sister loves her younger sister dearly. So Radharani makes arrangements for Krishna to come enjoy with her sister. She's not envious. Older sister is saying, yeah, enjoy my boyfriend, have a good time. No problem. But don't keep him. Let him come back to me also. Because when Krishna gets with Nangamandri, he forgets Radharani. You ask the younger sister Radharani. She must be a knockout. Really beautiful. So this is Jana Mata. Nangamandri has another form, and Gaurliya is Jana Mata. And we'll take a picture of Jana Mata's sitting place, Mandir. We're visiting here because Jana Mata showed the example of being a guru and being a sadhaka also. She practiced Bhakti Bhajan. She's famous for serving Vaishnavas. She was a great cook and she used to cook for the Vaishnavas and serve them. So the speciality of this place is she was doing bhajan under this tamal tree. There's a tamal tree. And she had darshan of Gopinath. So we come here and pray to Jana Mata every day. Please bless us that our bhajan is so pure and so attractive that Krishna also give us darshan. That's desirable. That's the fruit. The bhajan is compared to a tree. Like the fruit of a tree is the mango, a mango tree. So the fruit of our tree of bhakti is darshan of Radha and Krishna. Is praying. First the tree produces praying, and praying gives us the eyes of darshan of Radha and Krishna. So we come here to be reminded that it's possible in Vrindavan, especially Radha Kund, had darshan of Radha and Krishna. She had darshan of Krishna because she's an Angamandri, and she wanted to see Krishna. She doesn't need to see Radharani because she's Radharani's sister. But we want to see Radharani and Krishna. Radharani for sure, Krishna, okay. Well, we like to see both of them. We love both of them. So this is Ma Janmaki Jai. Jai Nitai.
Jai Nitai.
Jai Nitai. Nitai Gaur Sitanath Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. This is the place Raghunath Das Goswami would bathe every day. Yeah. And what can we say? Radhakund is Radharani, sexual Radharani. Directly the form of Radharani, most merciful form of Radharani. There's 24 hours a day. You can touch Radharani, you can bathe in Radharani, and you drink Charamrita Radharani, and worship Radharani. But when Radharani appears as a Murti form, she has limited time. We can limited time for darshan, and only once a year we get Abhishek Radharani, get Charamrita Radharani once a year on Radhastami. But every day we get Charamrita. Radhakund is Charamrita from Radharani's body. She bathes her every day. And so when you drink this water, you're drinking Charamrita of Radharani. So every day, every night you can drink Charamrita. And watch your bag. Every day, every night you can drink Charamrita Radharani and have darshan Radharani. Because Radhakund is Sakshat Radharani. Radharani's form and Radhakund are non-different. So Murti Radharani you can only see a few hours a day. Afternoon she's sleeping, all night long she's sleeping. Can't see her. So Radhakund is the most merciful, compassionate form of Radharani, all revealed in this world by Lord Chaitanya. After Krishna Radharani left this world, Radhakund became lupta, became hidden. And then after so many thousand years, Lord Chaitanya rediscovered it, manifested, and showed the location of Radhakund and Shamakund. So Radhakund and Shamakund are special gifts directly given by Lord Chaitanya. So we come here to worship. And the appearance day of Radhakund is Chaitra Purnima at midnight. So we'll all bathe here at midnight and worship Radhakund on that day. Jai Jai Shri Radha. This is the Bhajan Kutir of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. This is Radhakund. After coming to Vrindavan, Gopal Bhatta Goswami worshipped 11 shalagram Shivas. He never had a fixed residence. He carried his shalagram Shivas in a cloth bag and he wandered around Braj like Rupa and Sanatan. Once a wealthy man desired to serve Gopal Bhatta and gave him some opulent cloth and ornaments. Gopal Bhatta kept those gifts and thought, if I had a murti, I could nicely decorate all these things. That evening, after offering Bhog and Arti to a Shalagram Shila, he put them the rest in the basket. Next morning, after you took Yamuna bath, he came and started Shalagram Puja. He was completely astonished when he found a gorgeous deity of Krishna playing the flute. Now there are 10 Shilas, and now 11, and one Murti of Krishna named Radha. Overwhelmed in spiritual bliss, he fell to the ground and over Dandavats. He started reciting various stutis and stotras. Rupa Sanat and other devotees came running when they heard the news that a Shalagram, round stone of Shalagram, turned into a Tribhanga form of Krishna. Pretty amazing. The whole universe became enchanted by Radharani's beautiful form. Everyone just gazed at the Lord and started crying tears of bliss. The Murti of Radharani appeared on Purnima, Vaishak, next month, 1542. 1542. 450 years ago or something. 480 years ago. Radharani is one of the few Murtis of Vrindavan that never left Vrindavan. Even when Aurangzeb attacked Vrindavan, broke all these stuff, temples. Radharani Dev has a uniquely gorgeous form. He has a smooth and brilliant sham blue complexion, a broad chest, long arms, a waist as thin as a lion's, and powerful sloping thighs. He has many intricate features, which include lotus petal eyes, fingernails, and even teeth. Anyone who even once sees his all attractive threefold bending form will be captivated forever. On the back of Radharani, one can still see parts of the original Shalagram Shila from which he manifested. Like he blew up out of a Shila, so there's some little bumpy part in the back. And Goloka Vrindavan, Gopal Bhatta is Radharani's chief beloved maidservant named Gunamandri. Let us remember the mind enchanting Radharani Dev and pray for the mercy of Gopal Bhatta as we meditate on the following translation of a prayer written by Manohar Das. That's the main prayers to this and that. So Gopal Bhatta, we pray to him for mercy. He's Gunamandri. He's one of the Astamandris of Radharani's personal camp. Gopal Bhatta became Gunamandri. And his father's name is Venkata Bhatta. Bhatta is a Brahmin name. Lord Chaitanya stayed at his house for 4 months the rainy season, Chaturmasya, when Lord Chaitanya was touring South India, in a village called Srirangam. Srirangam is a deity of Vishnu, lying down, sleeping. You should live there. That'd be a nice place. It's a good place for sleeping. Thakurji's sleeping there. He's lying down. That was darshan. I saw a darshan. You have to go look at 3 doors. One door you see his face, one door you see his belly, one door you see his feet. There's 3 different doors. And he's long and he has a lotus coming out of his navel and the Brahma is sitting on top of the lotus. Really cool deity. Ever saw? Huh?
Event.
Rangaji. In Vrindavan called Rangaji. So Lord Chaitanya was there, and Gopal Bhatta was a little kid. He was small. He was playing with Lord Chaitanya and serving him. And Lord Chaitanya said, when you grow up, you take care of your mother and father. And when they die, you move to Vrindavan. You just come to Vrindavan and stay a brahmachari. Don't get married. Waste of time. Nothing personal. He said, you come to Vrindavan and do bhajan. So he never got married. But he's Saturday Brahmin, Paka Brahmin. So mosquito. What's the fan is not too good here. Let's go on, take these things off there. Hey, take these things off, put it on the shirt. Take the microphones off. This is fucking Brahmin, so he knew all the rules and regulations. I look like a girl now. Bhakti Vilas. He compiled all the rules and regulations for Hari Bhakti Vilas. So if you want to complain about anybody, you made too many rules and regulations, you can complain about Gopal Bhatta. Sanat Goswami put his name on it because he's senior in Radhesham, is that right? He's senior, most respected. So Sanat Goswami wrote commentaries on Hari Bhakti Vilas. So that's why it has, when you get Hari Bhakti Vilas, you say Sanat Goswami. But it's actually, it was all put together by Gopal Bhatta Goswami. But Gopal Bhatta Goswami is very humble, and he didn't want his name mentioned or anything. So there's not too much, but everyone knows that. I think in introduction, there's some verses there by Sanat Goswami and Mangal Charan. He gives recognition and acknowledgement to the contribution of Gopal Bhatta, collected all the things. But all the verses of Hari Bhakti Vilas were quoted from different Puranas, different Shastras. Tilak mantras and this and that, and all. Hardik bread, Janmashtami, this, that. Diksha, had to give Diksha. Who's qualified, what months, what day, what mantras or Diksha mantras. All that stuff is there. I read the whole book. It's like 4,000 slokas, 8 volumes or something like that. It's a big book. It's really a lot of stuff is like not useful, not utilized these days. But it's just the main reason that Gopal Bhatta compiled the book is to establish the authenticity of Gaudiya Sampradaya. That it's called Smriti. It means like a law book for our Sampradaya. Because every Sampradaya has a Smriti Shastra. It means like a law book. Do's and don'ts and all kinds of rules and regulations. Behaviors, how to behave properly, how to do different activities. So that book is for that purpose. Add legitimacy to our Pampara, to our Gaudiya Sampradaya. It observes all that stuff. Like Janmashtami, there's 400 verses, 400 slokas describing how to observe Janmashtami. We just fast until midnight, bathe Krishna and go to sleep. There's all kinds of stuff. Every 3 hours you do this and that. You come here every day and pray to him. He's Guna Mandri. He's one of the Astamandris of Radharani. And all these personalities, Anandas is, I think, Ananta Mandri or something like that. They all have Mandri names. They're all Mandris. Everybody here on the banks of Radha is a Mandri. So we're trying to get Mandri Bhav, Gopi Bhav. So they have it, they're Mandris, and they're sadhakas. So we're sadhakas trying to get Mandri Bhav. There are sadhakas who are Mandris. They are Sakshat directly Mandris. from the spiritual world. So they come here to give mercy, to give teachings, to give mercy. So these are very important places. Because if you go to Ramakrishna and pray for Manjari Bab, they'll say, we're busy. We don't deal in that. Ask the Manjaris. You want to get money, ask somebody who has money. You don't go to a guy that plows fields and ask him for money because he usually don't have much money. You ask for a cow or, some corn or something. But you want Manjari Bob, you ask a Manjari. So these are most important places, shouldn't be neglected. Once one Goswami from Radha, his name is Chandan Goswami. He's the son of Pavanabha Goswami. They were good friends of ISKCON, Pavanabha Goswami. And he came here to observe Kartik one year in Radhakund a few years ago. He put walls around this place. He put like pandals. And he and his wife and had 5 or 8 Brahmins. They did a big 1-month puja here. Did so many rituals and so many pujas every day. 4 or 5 Brahmins chanting all kinds of prayers. He and his wife, Radhika Goswami. Her name is Radhika Goswami. I saw him sometimes. Very nice gentleman, Radharaman Goswami. Vaishnav Chandan, Acharya Vaishnav, Vaishnav Acharya Chandan Goswami. So he did a whole puja here. So we'll go now to Teen Goswami Samadhi. Oh, that's right. Teen Goswami Samadhi. You can see in here. You can shoot the camera in here. There's 2 Samadhis in the front. Samadhis in the front. The one on our right-hand side is Raghunath Das Goswami. This is Pushpa Samadhi, this ashes or Nam. And one on the left is Raghunath Bhatta Goswami. The one behind, in the center, the one behind is Krishnadas Kaviraj. Because he was younger and junior. Raghunath Bhatta is senior because he's a Brahmin from birth, son of Tapada Mishra from Benares. And Raghunath Das was caste, so by caste, he's in that position. Jai Radha, Jai Radha. Side. Jai Ho. Hare Krishna. Dandavat. So we give some donation. He'll come back. Baba takes a donation. Thank you for taking care of it. So you can see the Swami on the right-hand side, Raghunath Bhatta, and left-hand side, Raghunath Das Goswami, and behind is Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. There's 10 Goswamis. They all left the same day in Kartik, beginning of Kartik. So these Goswamis are part of the Astamandris, Nityalila Radha Krishna. Raghunath Bhatta is Rasa Mandri, and Raghunath Das is Tulsi Mandri, or Rati Mandri, usually called Tulsi Mandri. And Krishnadas Kaviraj is Kasturi Mandri. They're part of the Astamandris, Vrindavan Yoga Pit. These are all Astamandris. So we come here to pray Prarthana to these great, they're all in Gopi Bhav, Mandri Bhav. So we pray to them for their kriyas so we can understand what is Gopi Bhav, what is Mandri Bhav. And we can become pure servant Radha Dasi. Our prarthana to them is, please give us your mercy, please bless us with Radha Rani, Krishna Prem, and Gopi Bhav. So we become Dasis of Radharani. It's a very important place, Teen Goswami Samadhi. Why they're all together? Because they all left the body in the same day, but different years. The the beginning of Kartik is the disappearance day of all three. They celebrate. They all left the same day, but different years. So it's called Bhasma Samadhi or Nam Samadhi. The body's Samadhi, the ashes. Bhasma means ashes. Tingo Swami Bhajan Kutir. It's needless to say how important he is for Bhajan. We're studying his books all the time, Savavali, all the different poems and prayers in Savavali, and especially Vilak Kusumanjali. With Anantas Babaji Maharaj's commentary is so valuable. Thank you. So, thank you. Saint Raisha is so valuable and so important for us. So this is the most important place for us because Raghunath Das Goswami is the way to Parivar. He's initiated by Yadanandan Acharya, and he says that without Kusumanjali. He mentions that fact that he's Yadananda is his guru. So this is the most important place for us to come and do bhajan. And he did bhajan here for 55 years and wrote so many books here, Savavali. He was placed here by Rupa Goswami to do bhajan and taught about bhajan by Rupa Goswami. How to do Manjari Bhav bhajan, Raghunath Bhakti. So this is a key place for us. And the primary follower of Das Goswami is Vishnu Chakravarti. His bhajan kutir is right next door. So whenever you come to Radha, usually people when I go on Radha Parikrama, every day I come here. Every day I come here to pray. This is Raghunath Das, and this is Krishnadas Kaviraj outside the gate, and that pink building is Krishnadas Kaviraj's bhajan kutir. Krishnadas Kaviraj and Raghunath Das lived together. As Krishnadas Kaviraj, he never met Lord Chaitanya, but the Raghunath Das lived for 16 years with Lord Chaitanya and Jagannath Puri. So when Raghunath Das came here, Krishnadas Kaviraj came here, and he's on the right-hand side, because on the left-hand side is Krishnadas Kaviraj. Raghunath Das is senior by age and by closeness to Lord Chaitanya. And so Krishnadas Kaviraj wrote down everything Raghunath Das said and made a book called Chaitanya Charitamrita, was finished over here. And our Rajesh Goswami told us in Vaitavad when we were in Vrindavan Yatra, he said Krishnadas Kaviraj started Chaitanya Charitamrita in Vaitavad. You may remember that. Because it says in the beginning of Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj went to Madan Mohan and prayed to Madan Mohan, Madan Gopal, please, I'm an old man. I wrote Govinda Lila Amrita when I was young. Now I'm old. Everyone's asked me to write this story of Lord Chaitanya. So he quoted a verse, the Goswami quoted a verse, which is from Chaitanya Charitamrita. It says, Madam Thakurji Madan Mohan Likana. This Charita biography of Lord Chaitanya was written by Thakurji Radha Madan Mohan. That's the verse that Goswami quoted to us yesterday, a few days ago, in Vrindavan Yatra and Vaitavad. You were there, but you probably forgot. She was there. Okay, so this is Raghunath Das' bhajan kutir. If you go Radha Parikrama, you should come here every day. Pray to Raghunath Das. If we really want to go with Bob, this is the place we're going to get it. Raghunath Das Goswami Pad Ki Jai, Tulsi Manjari Ki Jai, Savali Ki Jai, Vaita Parivar Ki Jai. You may have noticed when we went to Raghunath Das' Samadhi, 24-hour kirtan is there. by Radha Kund. That's the Samadhi. This is the bhajan place. That's the Samadhi. And there's a linga there in the Samadhi, and a tilak, there's tilak painted on the linga, and the tilak is the way to Parivar. Although the Pujari is Nityananda Parivar, Pujari is disciple of Anantadas, but because he knows that Raghunath Das is the way to Parivar, when he paints the tilak, it's the same design as the way to Parivar. That's kind of our pride over there. We go there and see Das goes, hey, that's our Parivar. So we may feel happy about that. Raghunath Das Goswami Pad Ki Jai. Raghunath Das Bhajan Stali Ki Jai. So this is a key place to beg for Manjri Bhav Govi Bhav. Bhajan Kutir. Very nice design. It's all done by one Gaudiya Babaji named Paramananda Babaji. He collected all the money and did all this stonework and woodwork and floor. Spent like 40 lakhs doing this whole thing. Beautiful darshan mandap, beautiful fixing up inside, all stone. Nice contribution. So Vishnu Chakravarti, he lived here and did bhajan for many years, 40, 50 years. He knows Valari Manjri. He knows Valari Manjri. He knows Valari. And he wrote commentaries on Kam Gayatri, and he wrote so many important books, Vajra Kadamani, and Krishna Bhavanamrita, Astakara Leela of Radha and Krishna. And what else he wrote? Huh? Huh?
Raghavartman Chandrika.
Raghavartman Chandrika. Yeah. He wrote many things. Mosquito or what? Mosquito.
Big insect.
Big insect. So we come here, we pray Raghunath Das and we pray Vishnu. Please bless me like the teachings of your books will manifest in my heart and mind. And please bless, that's the teachings, please bless the teachings of your book will manifest in my heart and my mind. And please bless me with the bhav of your heart will manifest in my heart. What is the bhav in my heart? Bhav in your heart is Radha Bhav, Manjri Bhav, Gopi Bhav. So they're giving us so many teachings. We're reading their books all the time and hearing their teachings, but have we understood them? Have we realized them? Do we remember them? So we pray them, we can feel like they feel, see Radha and Krishna like they see Radha and Krishna, and serve Radha and Krishna like they serve Radha and Krishna, and Manjri Bhav is Manjris. There are role models. Ideal Manjri is Rati Manjri, Tulsi Manjri. She's a role model. So they're very important to us. So if we live in Radha Kund, we should every day come here and pay obeisances to these great saintly persons and pray for their mercy. This is what it means to live here, not just to look at Radha Kund and bathe in Radha Kund. These are like ATM machines, right? A big bank has ATM machines all over the city. Citibank, this part, you go this part of London, that part, you find Citibank ATM machine. These are ATM outlets. Anytime Mercy, ATM. So we come here and pray for mercy. Please give me wisdom, spiritual wisdom, to understand the science of Radha Krishna Bhakti Bhajan, and please give me the bhav and heart and sensitivity and feelings of a manjri, Dasya Radharani. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur Ki Jai. This is a very special tree. It's called Pilu tree, P-A-L-U. P-I-L-U, Pilu. Makes little tiny fruit about as big as a green mung dal. Very small. red, pinky red fruit, really pretty color. And Radharani, hold it. So this is a pilo tree, and this god is called Manasapava God. And this Radharani bathes every day about 11:45, 12 o'clock in the afternoon. And when she bathes, she takes off her clothes and hangs them on this tree. This tree is in ecstasy. Imagine if you were Radharani hung her clothes on your head, put her clothes on her head, and on her arm, you'd be in ecstasy. You get all bent out of shape, you know. So the tree is all bent out of shape. Looks like it's dead or blown up or something. It goes up, it starts in the ground over there, and then, you know, the ground, it's in the roots are there, and it goes up like this and down like that. And look at the trunk, it's all blown up. It's all split up, but it's alive. The life energy is going all throughout that dead trunk and into these, make these leaves very green, and these fruits will be coming. The fruits are there. Those are little fruits are coming. Little fruits, pila fruits. Great joy. I pray that God is Radharani. Radharani, when will I come here to bathe with you? And I'll wait on the bank of Maharaj. I'm going to hold your fresh clothes for you to change clothes. I really like this place. I met once with Ananta Swamiji Maharaj. I asked him, why is it called Maharaj? Because Maharaj means mind, the Father means true life. He said there's nothing written, I don't know, I can't hear it. No, I can't make up anything. It's called Maharaj. And certainly if you come here, if you come here and remember Radharani, your mind will get purified. But we don't really care about purification so much. We care about love. The love will do everything. If love is there, it'll do whatever it needs to do. It'll make you right. If there's any wrong in you, love will make it right. If there's anything bad in you, love will make it good. If there's anything impure in you, love will make it pure. So loving Radharani and serving Radharani with love will do everything, all the above. Serving Radharani with love will do all the above. So that's the main thing. Goswami's Bhajan Kutir, and he's Vilas Manjari, so we pray to him, bless us to go evolve, and especially pray for some intelligence. Jiva Goswami is supremely intelligent. He's a younger brother, he's a cousin of Rupa and Stan Goswami. They're actually family members. His father's name was Malava. His uncle was Uncle Rupa and Uncle Sanat. They were his uncles. And so he was extremely intelligent. He wrote 100,000 verses to glorify Krishna. Rupa Goswami wrote 25,000 verses, 25 books. But Jiva Goswami wrote like a whole Mahabharata. Bhakti Sandara was 6 volumes. Tava Sandara, Parvata Sandara, Krishna Sandara, Bhakti Sandara, Krishna Sandara. So many Sandarbhas. We can't even understand one Sandarbha. We're trying to understand Bhakti Sandarbha. How to practice Bhakti, what is Bhakti, what's the definition of pure Bhakti, etc. So he's in Krishna Lila, he's Vilas Manjari, and he's one of the Astamanjaris, very dear, very near to Radharani. And Rupa Manjari is his uncle Manjari, his uncle, and Sakrup is uncle, and Sirup is the Manjari. So this is a nice place to come and pray every day. we do Radha Kund Parikrama, we stop at Jiva Goswami's Samadhi and pray for his mercy and take darshan of Radha Damodar and pet the cow and then do Parikrama Radha Damodar. Radha Damodar ki jai. Jiva Goswami Pad ki jai. This is Mahavendra Puri. Mahavendra Puri's Baitak. He sat here in Bhajan on the banks of Shamakund, on the east bank of Shamakund. He did Bhajan in Govindacharya and Nityananda. Madan Mohan ki jai. Sant Goswami Pad ki jai. Shri Rup Shri Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath, Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunath. So this is the Bhajan singing place of Sanatan Goswami. One time Rupa Goswami wrote a poem. It's in Savamala. It's called Chatu Pushpanjali. In that poem, Chatu Pushpanjali, Rupa Goswami compares Radharani's Beni, her black hair braid, to a shining hood of a cobra. Her hair is so shiny, Radharani's hair is so shiny, they look like a cobra. And when he read that writing by Rupa Goswami, Rupa Goswami is the disciple of Sanatan Goswami, his elder brother. Sanatan Goswami wasn't very happy. How can you compare our Swami's hair to a black snake? This is Rasavas. This is the wrong poetic simile. You should change this. So Rupa Goswami was quiet because everything he wrote in Sanskrit was inspired by Radharani and Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya was inspired. Lord Chaitanya directly embraced Rupa Goswami and blessed him with all his mercy to write Rasa Shastra. Sri Chaitanya Manobisham Stavitam Yena Bhutale Swam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Swapadantikam. So as a prayer that glorifies Rupa Goswami, he represents the mind and heart of Lord Chaitanya. So he told Rupa Goswami, this is not good, you should change it. Rupa Goswami was quiet. So one day, Sanatan Goswami was doing bhajan here, facing Radha Kund. This is on the banks of Shamakund, on the Sangam. He was facing Radha Kund. On the Sangam at Radha Kund, there was a tree there, and hanging on the tree was a swing. And Radharani was sitting on the swing, drooling, and the Sakhis were pushing Radharani, and she was going back and forth. And then Sanatan Goswami saw climbing up Radharani's Beni, saw a black cobra. Sanatan Goswami saw a black cobra climbing up her Beni. It's going to bite her. So then he said, oh, I have to warn that lolly. He didn't know it was Radharani. He just saw some lolly on the swing. It was 500 years ago. Radharani hasn't been here for 4,500 years. So he thought it was some Brijvasi lolly. So he starts running across the sun. Lolly, lolly, Savadhan, Savadhan. Be careful, be careful. There's a cobra in your hair braid. And then he fainted. And he woke up. There was no swing, there's no tree, there's no lolly. No Sakhis laughing and giggling and pushing. And he realized, oh, I saw a cobra. Radharani's hair is like a cobra. And Rupa Goswami was right. So then he went and met Rupa Goswami and said, your Chatu Pushpanjali is a masterpiece. Radharani's hair is shining. You can't compare it to anything but the shine of a hood of a cobra. So this event happened here at this place. So this is Bhajan Kutir. Sanatan Goswami is one of the Astamanjaris. His name is Lavanga Manjari. And he received the deity of Radha Madan Mohan in Mathura from a Brahmin from Mathura named Purushottam Chobe. Purushottam Chobe had a dream, and in the dream his Thakurji appeared to him and said, you know, that devotee comes and does malakari, comes and bakes rotis and chach, buttermilk, every day from Vrindavan. That's Sanatan Baba. I want to go with him to Vrindavan. So you should donate me to him. So Krishna's way is supreme. What he wants happens. So in the same night, Sanatan Goswami had a dream that Madan Mohan appeared in a dream and said, when you come to do Bhakra, I want to come with you. So in the dream, Sanatan Goswami told Madan Mohan, I can't take you. I'm Madhukari Baba. I don't have any kitchen, I don't have any supplies, I don't have anything. I just go bake rotis. And how are you going to get any food or anything? I don't have any salt or anything. So he says, I don't care about it. Just come in and take care of me. I want to go to Vrindavan with you. Yeah, thank you. That's good. Mosquitoes are biting me too much. I don't have my otomos on my feet. It's good, yeah. So it came to pass that Madan Mohan came to Vrindavan to Dwasthi. But this is Radha. And who is Sanatan Goswami's Manjari Roop name?
Lavanga Manjari.
Wow. Lavanga Manjari. Lavanga means, Lavan means what?
Elegance. No.
Lavanga means clothes. Spice. Long. In Bengali it's called Lavan. It's a creeper. Lavanga. So she's a beautiful gopi, and she wrote many commentaries. Sanatan Goswami wrote the most significant book, Brihad Bhagavatamrita, great book, Brihad Bhagavatamrita, and he wrote commentaries on Bhagavatam. Sanatan Goswami Pad Ki Jai. So this is the last Bhajan Kutir that we'll talk about.